Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Once again, this is Chef SK. I'm your host, Sean Kelly, and y'all better wake up. It's the breakfast episode. We have a beautiful egg sandwich on a nice onion roll, little sausage gravy, a fresh citrusy smoothie to go with it, with a nice gooseberry tomato salad for a little bit of fresh on the plate. And be packing these things up, getting to a friend's brunch, and show them what I got. All right, well, let us get to it. We're gonna start on my take on a sausage gravy for what's gonna be on top of this egg sandwich. So we have some poblano peppers, we got the onions, we're gonna get those down first in the pan. Then we're gonna add our breakfast sausage. We're gonna finish with a little bit of heavy cream and a little bit of white cheddar to bring it all together. After that, we're gonna get right into a little bit of freshness that's gonna be on the plate. So I wanted to put down a little bit of Swiss chard. We have gooseberries and cherry tomatoes that we're gonna chop up. We're gonna roll them in a little ricotta cheese and a little bit of maple syrup to bring that breakfast feel. Tiny bit of creme fraiche, a little Italian parsley. All right, so we're probably gonna go about a pepper and a half of the poblano here. I wanted to add a little bit of heat, but the cream really cuts the spiciness of this one here. Just a rough chop on these, no big deal. You want to have a little bit of butter down in the pan, getting that hot. We're using butter on this. We want to add a little bit of richness with that heavy cream. Onions, just about a whole onion on this one. We really want to sweat this down. And then we're actually going to be folding in a little of that same Swiss chard just because I wanted a little bit of green on this sandwich. So. Looking good. Using all the onions from my previous shows we've been shooting. Okay. A little bit more poblano here. All right, let's got my butter going and we're gonna throw this in a pan. Butter's hot. We're gonna get our poblanos and our onions down. Let these go just for a little bit. Like I have said before, we have our breakfast sausage already going. Initially with this dish, I used a halloumi cheese, which was a little bit too waxy for this one, so I did change it up to a white cheddar. Melts down much nicer, and that just kind of brings it together, holds together on the sandwich nicely. So put the rest of these in here. High at first, we'll turn this down and bring everything in. We are, like I said, gonna finish with a little bit of Swiss chard just because I wanted a little fresh on the sandwich there. All right, so now a little bit of fresh on the plate. This right here is pretty cool. It's got the little tanginess from our gooseberries and then the sweetness of the cherry tomatoes here. We roll in a little bit of ricotta cheese and then we finish it up with the maple to bring that breakfast to the plate. So. Gooseberry has a little bit of tanginess to it, plays nice with the earthiness of the cherry tomato. And then what we do is we finish with a little creme fraiche for tang and a little creaminess of the ricotta. Maple syrup brings that breakfast feel back into play. And it's just a nice little something to have next to the egg sandwich that we're doing. So we're just gonna go in half with all these. Long ways, short ways, does not matter. And I wanted you to be surprised on this one. They look so similar, so that's why I wanted to put them together in the dish. Onions and peppers smelling good. Just gonna roll those up just a little and we will turn the heat down in just a bit. get a little brown and down on these before you throw your sausage. So the mix on this is your onions and peppers, then it's the sausage, a little bit of heavy cream, tie it together with the white cheddar, let it hang, we get to your eggs, and it's time to eat breakfast. For a little bit of richness and a little bit more fat to go along with this cherry tomato salad, we actually are going to roll a little bit of this Swiss chard raw in a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of lemon. I like tying in the greens on a breakfast sandwich. I like greens on a plate when it comes to breakfast, so you don't have to feel so bad about a heavy carb sandwich we're getting into. All right, these are looking good. I'm gonna go in here with my breakfast sausage, just about a cup and a half. And that's already pre-cooked because I am trying to get a nice sear on that as well. All right, so right here we have, once again, we have our gooseberries, our cherry tomatoes. We're gonna be putting in some ricotta, mixing it on up. When we plate this dish, the creme fraiche goes right beneath the Swiss chard that has that lemon and olive oil on it. Always salt and pepper to balance everything out. Just looking for texture on this. A little bit more ricotta, salt, pepper. Always need a good amount of salt when you're working with ricotta. Such a good cheese, but it needs something to bring it out. All right, and a little bit of maple. I hear things sizzling in the back, so we're gonna turn that down just a tiny bit, and it'll be ready for our cream in about 5 minutes or so. We'll let this set up just a bit, taste it, and probably a little drizzle of maple syrup when we are ready to plate. Yeah, sausage is looking nice. Okay, and right into our Swiss chard here. We're gonna save a little bit for right underneath our cherry tomato salad, and then we're gonna fold in a little bit, like I said, in our sausage gravy. So this is just a rough chop as well. A lot of my stuff is a rough chop, but I swear I'm not that rough around the edges. We could actually go right in this bowl over here and put a little lemon and olive oil down, a little salt and pepper. And this right here, a nice little bit of fat, a little bit of tang, backed up with a little extra from that creme fraiche. So. All right, a little salt and pepper. Okay, just let this sit for a second. Never tried to make a traditional sausage gravy, but I guess you could say this is my take on it. Cheesy, fatty, onion and peppery as always. But okay, let me get cleaned up here. It's about time to throw our eggs down, and we're gonna bring this whole thing together for you. All right, so starting well, my little take on a sausage gravy here. A little bit of fat, a little bit of onions, peppers. We're gonna hit it with cheese in just a little bit. Time to get to our eggs. All right, time to get over to our stove. It's egg time, but first, our sausage is looking good. We're gonna put our little heavy cream in and wait a little bit for this white cheddar here. All right, so this is gonna reduce down just a little bit. May have to turn our heat up, but we are putting our eggs down. We have 2 of our pans here, little bit of clarified butter down. Be making 3 sandwiches today, and actually taking them over to a friend's I haven't seen in a while for a nice little breakfast, so should be good. All right. So, eggs down. We're gonna make these eggs about over medium. So we're gonna go real high with the heat at first. We're gonna hit the yolk, and then we're gonna flip them, count to about 10, let them set up a bit, and then put them on top of that sausage on this sandwich. A little bit of salt and pepper as these ones are going. We will finish with the tiny pat of butter when we turn it around in a minute. That's what I like to do. Sometimes I do finish my eggs with actually a little bit of coconut oil with the butter, adds that little bit more sweetness. But for this one with the sausage, we're just going with the clarified butter. Looking good back here. Add a little bit of richness, and then to hold this together, like I said, it helps on the sandwich. We put that cheddar at the end. Each sandwich is getting 2 eggs. Just chop these up a bit. All right, I think we're about ready to flip. Like I said, we're gonna hit these yolks, open them up just a tiny bit. I'm looking for that perfect over medium on this one. All right, count to 10, maybe 20 if you gotta wash your hands, right? All right, so now these are flipped. Let's go back to the first ones that you did first. We're just gonna watch how these yolks are looking. Looking good. Yeah, and that's how we want it. We're gonna slide these right off onto a plate and cover them just to keep them cooking just a tiny bit, but we don't wanna overcook that yolk, so. All right, you're gonna put a little bit of tin foil on top of your eggs over here. We're gonna tie up this sausage on this side here. All right, we'll turn that up. Melt your cheddar cheese. We got a mild white cheddar, just about a 1/4 cup or so there. And you're really just gonna watch this one. Got some nice onion rolls that we're doing. I had toasted those off in an air fryer that I had done before, so that always works out well. I mean, from chicken to bacon to rolls in the air fryer, why not? All right, so we are gonna probably give this about 2 more minutes, add a little bit more salt and pepper, finish everything off with a little bit of parsley, but it's about time to plate up these egg sandwiches and get out of here. A little bit more salt and pepper on these eggs here. We almost have our sausage folded together with our white cheddar, looking good. For the herbaceous one, not a little bit of thyme on this. I do have a special ketchup that I kept optional, so I will keep it on the side for you, but I put a little smoked paprika in there, a little bit of maple syrup, but I know how people could get about ketchup on their egg sandwiches, especially with sausage or bacon, so. All right, looking good. So our cheese is finishing up, getting nice and gooey on that sausage. We are going to get to our sandwiches wrapped up to go in a second, but this is such a nice setup. I wanted to show you how the cherry tomato salad is plated. So super simple. We have our Swiss chard in here, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna go down first with a little bit of creme fraiche, just for a little tang underneath here. Just wanna spread that out. A little bit of greens on top. Let's go a little salt, pepper here. Top off, give this guy a mix. This is your ricotta, your gooseberries, and your cherry tomatoes here. Very nice. Gonna give this a little maple drizzle in just a second, and a little black pepper to set it off. Couple dollops here. Little black pepper. Maple drizz. And that's about it. That's how I'm gonna do for all my friends. All right, onion rolls toasted up nicely in my air fryer. And how we're gonna plate this one, we finished it with the little bit of Swiss chard just for a little green on the sandwich. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of thyme, a little bit of fresh parsley, and it's gonna go sausage gravy, egg, sausage gravy, egg. I did take a little bit out of the top of this bun here because I do want the perfect bite, and that this brioche could be a little bit too heavy, so. A little bit of gravy down. Nice and rich. White cheddar really brought this together. Could use all different cheeses, but like I said, I did make the mistake the first time of a halloumi cheese, and a little too waxy, so get something that melts nice for you. All right, like I said before, salt, pepper, thyme, fresh parsley. And voila, I'm gonna show you how we wrap these up to take these on the road. And we got a beautiful sandwich for you. Time to wrap these on up. Bring your two sides together here. Gonna fold this over, roll it in just a tad bit. In, and under. Ba-da! My friends are gonna be happy. All right, so I'm gonna get my other egg sandwiches wrapped up here, pack up my gooseberry salad, and then I have a special little smoothie I'm bringing over. We got 2 parts orange juice to 1 part carrot, little drop of vanilla extract, and a tiny, tiny bit of vanilla protein because I don't want to fill you up too much. We have a nice breakfast to go. So, be right back. All right, so before I get going, I wanted to do a nice, fresh citrus smoothie for you. This is my good friend, Cassandra from Nourished by Nature. She started with me back in the day in the beverage world, and she is thriving, so thank you for these. Here we got fresh orange and fresh carrot. We're just gonna go 2 to 1 with the fresh orange to the carrot. Got a little bit of vegan vanilla protein, and we're just gonna amp it up a tad bit with a little bit of vanilla extract. So nothing to it, right in. So we're just gonna get this right in the blender. I'm gonna get my little maple smoked ketchup ready for anybody that wants it. Pour myself a little road soda, and it's time to go. Nothing like cold pressed juice. These only stay good about 3 to 5 days because they are that fresh, so. Go in with our carrot there. Dash of that vanilla extract. A little vanilla protein. Just about half a scoop. We don't want to fill you up too much. We got those nice sandwiches we made before. All right, so we're just gonna blend this up and hit the road. All right, everyone, I appreciate you spending some time with me in my breakfast edition, bringing some of my morning to your morning. Hope you learned a few things. Hope you can show your friends a few things. Until next time, everyone, stay blessed. I'll see y'all soon.